Hello everyone, this is Marifik Blaza. Today I'm going to teach you how to format your table of contents manually. So first, we will set the margin of our document. So we go to Layout, we go to Margins, Custom Margins, and then set the top as 1 inch, bottom 1 inch, left 1.5 inches, right 1 inch. And then multiple pages, click normal, okay? Only normal, and then apply to whole documents. And then use it as a default since um, this will become your margin throughout your document, okay? And then you also have to format your font, okay? Since we are using APA 7th edition, and in MVC, we will be using font Arial, okay, regular font style, and then size 11. Font color is black. And then set it as your default and apply to all documents based on the normal template. And then, okay. Now, we are ready to type the table of contents. Okay, so remember that table of contents is in caps lock. Table of contents. Okay, and then we will put it in a center of the page. Then click enter 2 times, and then home, align left, and then set paragraph 2. Okay, double space. So now we can set the tab for the preliminary pages. So first, we'll go to the paragraph button, line spacing options, go to tabs, and then tab stop. We will set it into 6, okay, type 6 here, and then alignment right, and then leader none, and then 5.7 alignment left, leader number 2. Okay, so this is going to be number 2, and then click OK. All right, now we are ready to type the contents of the preliminary pages. Remember that the table of contents here is in bold. Okay, so now we are ready to type the contents of the preliminary pages, which will start in the acknowledgements. Okay, then press tab 2 times, and then the page number, shall we say page 3, Roman numeral 3. Okay, then dedication 2 times, shall we say page Roman numeral 4. Then list of tables, shall we say page 5, and then list of figures, page 5. Okay, now we are done with our preliminary pages. If your paper has a list of abbreviations, you can add it here under the list of figures. Remember that you can only have the list of abbreviations if you have used 5 or more abbreviations at least 3 times. Each must have a list of abbreviation. Okay, again, in APA paper that uses 5 or more abbreviations, at least 3 times each must have a list of abbreviation. So you count in your paper if you have used, if there are 5 abbreviated words, words that you can use as that you can abbreviate, and these words were used 3 to 5 times, okay? At least 3 times, I mean. each must have a list of abbreviation. Okay, so if there's none, if you only have like 4 words, so you need to spell out those words. Okay, now let's move to the chapter. Okay, so we are ready to type chapter here. Okay, so we will type chapter in caps lock. Okay, these are in caps lock or uppercase without page number. Just press enter, and then this time we will use single space. Okay, so we are now ready to set the the table of contents for the contents of chapter from chapter 1 to the end of your table of contents. So first, let's go to paragraph, line spacing options. Then let's go to tabs. We will add here. So tab chapter title is indented. We will add here 0.3. Okay. Then alignment left, leader number 2. Okay, we are now in number 2. Then click add. For level heading number 1, it's 0.6. Okay, then alignment left, leader number 2, add. Then for level heading number 2, it's 0.9. Okay, so again, alignment left, leader number 2. For level heading number 3, it's 1.2. 1.2, then left and number 2, leader number 2, add. For level heading number 4, it's 1.5. So 1.5. And then alignment left, leader number 2, and then click OK. Now we are ready to type the title of chapter 1. So we type here 1, introduction. Remember that chapter titles are in caps lock. Then tab twice. Shall we say page 1? Then we are now ready to enter the contents of chapter 1. For example, statement of the problem. Okay, so type here. Remember that this is already in title case, statement of the problem. Tab twice. Shall we say this is still in page 5? Okay. So after the introduction, we still have the problem and its background. The problem and its background. Tab twice. So this is still page 1. Okay. So now, let's say we are done with the contents of chapter 1. Okay, of course, there's still hypothesis, significance of the study, scope and delimitation, operational definition of terms. So you notice here that the leaders here are aligned, okay, and also the page numbering are aligned. So shall we say we are now ready for chapter 2. So we click here chapter 2, review of literature and related studies. Review of, remember that this is already in caps lock because this is level heading 0. Okay, the chapter title is level heading 0. So review of literature and related studies. Shall we say page 10? Okay,